Hello guys, it's Sendou here again. So today what we have is actually gonna be about another competitive focused video. Gonna be introducing one idea and some arguments for it. And yeah, like I said, it's only for competitive. Of course, if you like only play ranked, then this might only be like interesting to know, like not really something that's deliberately made for you. But yeah, it's about this little switch here someone never has used before. So what does this little switch do? So what happens when you enable this is that secondary gear abilities are disabled. So what this means essentially is that only the main abilities from a gear are affecting your player basically. So all the sub abilities are disabled like it says. And the video will be talking about why maybe enabling this would be good for competitive in some sense. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about some examples here and some real cases where it could be useful. And I think this has a bit of a bad reputation for Splatoon 1. If you don't know, ESL and some other Nintendo tournaments run this thing where they only allowed main abilities, and I think people got really bad impression of it back then. There was like a couple reasons. One of them was that you have a lot of weapons that need damage to work properly, and of course damage is not in this game. Like just an example, Rapid in Splatoon 1, you just needed damage. So basically when only main abilities are enabled, that meant you could not play Rapid, but again damage just not in this game. So it's not really the same. And also there was no way in game to train it like easily, like in this game you have the, you know, the option as a sword, which makes it easy to practice it in private battles. But yeah, I think the first real argument I could make is that if you only use main abilities, it removes all the RNG from the competition. So just a real life example, this is my new build here. Well, look what we have there. One not welcome ability there in the middle, cold-blooded. So basically I'm giving up one ability point, like not to my benefit, if that makes sense. So if it would be quick respawn, I would be stronger, just a tiny bit, but it's just one example. Like some people have really bad gear, like they just don't have gear, and then they might do something like this. Oh, I have to play machine, well let's just take what I have, and then they end up with something like this, which is like, yeah, it's probably not optimal. And then from a competitive perspective, where you have people that are trying to find out which is better, it's kind of problematic to me that also the gear RNC kind of plays a thing there, and people who grind a lot and have a lot of gear at the disposal have a small advantage there. And think about new players coming in. Like if you're a new player coming in, let's say you played like some other competitive game and you played it like a lot, so you have really good fundamentals to start coming to this game, and then you put up the game and you're like, well, solo is kind of bad, but I wanna play scrims. So what's gonna happen is that you're just not gonna have any gear, like it's just not gonna work out. So I guess you're just gonna take whatever you have, like we talked earlier, and yeah. So new players is kind of like a disadvantage here, in my opinion, when they come in. And also you have some players like Hexen, for example, from STDX. Okay, Hexen says gear doesn't matter, but still, he's a type of player who doesn't play ranked. He doesn't play league, he just doesn't, he always scrims. So not every time he has the optimal gear, but if you only use main abilities, then every time everyone has the same amount of choices available, and there's no advantage from people who grind, just from the gear perspective. And second, and this is like the biggest argument in my opinion, is that it makes some problematic game styles less problematic. So just a real life example, we're gonna take a look at our gears from Scrim that was from yesterday. And first of all, let's think about this. Okay, so here we have all the main abilities available to us, and just look what's going on here. For example, in my build, so I have a quick respawn, yeah. I also have stealth jump, so quick respawn, as we know, is very strong and hard to play against at times. But I don't really have to make a choice here. Like I can take quick respawn, I can also take swim speed, like no problem. Stealth jump, recovery, quick super jump. So we have almost every member running quick respawn. It's so easy to run because you just put like a small amount there and there, and it's really like hard to play against really. Or another build, that's Bogafan. Her stingrays are well known. So here we have, she has the special power up stingray here, but in addition she has respawn punisher. In addition she has tenacity. In addition she has quick super jump. So type of play styles that are very special focus or quick respawn focus are, in my opinion, made even stronger by allowing sub abilities to be played. So for example, Pokefan, okay, you want a long stingray, fine, then you can have 3 mains of special power up and not like that's it. And then you can have tenacity or quick super jump or respawn punisher. You have to think more like, is it worth it at that point? You have to make the choice. Now you don't really have to make a choice, in my opinion. On a quick respawn, the same thing. Okay, I want quick respawn. I can have 1 main of quick respawn. I've had 2nd main of quick respawn and sell some, but that's it. Like no more. So it would be interesting to see where it develops. Do people really see worth in quick respawn when they can't have anything else then, and it's just 2 mains? Or same with like special power pulls, not just stingray, but think about bubble blower as well. Bubble blower was super strong at one point in the game, and a big part of it was special power up could be stacked really easily without having to really make a trade-off in that sense. But yeah, that's like a very big argument, I think. And another player you could think of is Nike. So if you don't know, Nike runs a lot of special saver on this machine, and you know, you just can't force the stingray by killing him. He's always gonna have it, but in addition he can have everything else he wants. He can have X7 main and stuff like that. So if he want, so for Nike to play in this type of rule set that only allows main abilities, it would mean that he has to commit to the special saver. He can't just also have everything else. So then that's his gimmicky pulled, and that's it. Like, and it's only 3 mains of special power up. I mean special saver. I think Nike goes above that even. So that's always the limit to stacking any ability in any case. But yeah, that's I think the biggest argument by far. But there's also some smaller ones as well that we should definitely talk about a bit. One is that it makes it a lot easier to share your build. Like, you can even have like a very nice presentation where you show like exactly what the teams are playing. For example, let's say I play Luna Blaster, and my Luna Blaster has comeback, my Luna Blaster has quick respawn, my Luna Blaster has cell jump. So you just show those 3 icons and you know right away it's Luna Blaster, that's this type of Luna Blaster, you know exactly what they're playing. Or Zap, and I have you know whatever tenacity, I have a special power up, I have more special power up, you know right away, okay, it's this type of Zap build. And you know, it's not like when you have the sub abilities like a huge mess to share your pulls, like wow, what's even going on here, like who's gonna remember that, or it's not gonna be able to present it that well. Like it's not gonna be easy to share the information in that sense in some situation. And also at LANs, just think about LANs, okay, so well, we have to know that Switch is going to get hacked at some point, which means that you know there's gonna be hacks like Splatoon 1, it's gonna be the same. So what's gonna happen, or how other competitive games handle this, is that you don't get to bring your own equipment. If you're gonna play Overwatch in local, they give you the computer. If you're gonna play some like type of console game, same thing, they give you the console. That means you can have your own modification of the hardware. Currently it's not really possible in Splatoon when everyone has to bring their own gear, and then you have the amiibo solutions, but I think it's overall would make it maybe a bit more easy for organizers to hold like type of tournaments where you don't actually bring your own Switch, you only bring the controller and that's it, and then you know you have the same abilities there, and it's still like super easy to get going. Like you don't need the exact, oh my god, I need my 1 quick super jump sub, like oh my god, if I don't get it I'm throwing, give me it. Instead everyone has the same thing, and it's very easy to just start going like that. And okay, and lastly, we have the most important argument of them all. So, you know, I make my build, like, this is my build, like, this is pretty fresh, like, I'm very happy to play this every time. But not every player is like this, like, they can be like, oh, well, I would like to sometimes take some water drop roller shoes. Well, you're not gonna be able to do that, because you have your exit subs on this one, so you can be like, oh, I wanna take this one, but you can't because it doesn't have the subs, or this one, or this one. So it's just not gonna happen because you need to sub, so it's gonna be playing the same thing every time instead of going for a bit more like freshness approach, you know. Well, as we know, Splatoon is all about the freshness, but still, I think those were the arguments I would have for playing main abilities only, and to go over them again. So removing RNG from competition, so everyone is equal right from the get-go. Make some problematic playstyles a bit less viable, like stacking quick respawn or stacking special power perks. It makes it easier to share builds, it makes it easier at lands in some situations, and also freshness. So just let me know what you think. I don't think I've seen much discussion about this. I think people just assume it's what we do is the best way, but I wonder if people have actually given it some thought. And I might run some tournament experiments with this rule set that doesn't allow main abilities, but I'm gonna see what people are saying to decide if it's a good idea or not. But yeah, it's just something I randomly thought of yesterday again, and I thought why not make a video where I explain some of my arguments. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, if you have any questions, then please leave a comment, and see you next time. And also, whoever knows which game this song is from, then let me know.